So let's adopt a stable, comfortable, upright position with our bodies. So we think about keeping our feet flat and our back straight. Torso open. Hands in the lap, right over left, with the palms upturned and the thumbs gently touching. Our eyes are gently closed or slightly open, making sure we let in enough light to remain alert. We try to maintain an awareness of not slouching, not leaning. We also let go of any unnecessary tension or rigidity in the body. We relax into a stable, comfortable, upright position, allowing the body to fall into place. And then we begin to move our awareness inward, away from external sources, constraining our awareness just of the body and mind, cultivating the view of allowing whatever is happening in the environment to just be as it is. No need to investigate, no need to send our awareness out. And we begin to concentrate that awareness in the present by attending closely to whatever physical sensations we can discern that accompany the in-breath and the out-breath in the space around the opening of the nostrils. Breathing naturally and normally, we just set our awareness single-pointedly on that sensation. Trying to notice quickly when the mind moves to something that isn't the intended object. And then we lift our awareness up when that happens. And simply place our awareness without judgment, without frustration, again and again on the breath. And then when the mind becomes more calm, more focused, we generate a broad altruistic motivation for our time. Taking a moment to intentionally widen our circle of concern, trying to embrace countless sentient beings within the field of our practice. Thinking that the real purpose of our lives is to be of limitless benefit to all sentient beings without exception. And so, to make good on that promise to sentient beings, we must develop our own minds. We must unlock the potential of the mind itself. And becoming deeply familiar with constructive, virtuous states of mind. Those states of mind that when they are present, they naturally, spontaneously give rise to beneficial actions. And we must reduce, ultimately eliminate, destructive states of mind, those that when they are present, often naturally, spontaneously give rise to actions that cause harm to others. In this way, over time, we become of greater and greater benefit to sentient beings. And then with that motivation, we will today begin to contemplate how to embrace the energy of patience in our lives, how to cultivate a patient response in the face of agitation, in the face of feeling harmed. So the mind of patience is one that is able to remain calm. The mind may actively search for a resolution, a solution, but while doing so is not giving in to the impulse of anger, of hatred. Is able to bear hardships, difficulties, without the response of anger. So think back over the past few weeks. Think of times when that agitation was arising in the mind. Perhaps we felt like someone said or did something unkind. With that memory, begin to replay that memory shortly before you begin to interact with that person at that time. As that interaction began, at some point, something triggered agitation in the mind. Try to notice what was happening in the mind at the time. What thoughts, what feelings supported the arising of agitation in the mind? What story did you tell yourself? Then begin to move forward through that memory. When you acted under the influence of that agitation, what kind of result did that bring? Was the mind peaceful? Did the mind have a pleasant quality? Was the body at rest, at peace? And how did the other person respond? Did the situation immediately escalate or de-escalate? You can also look at one or two other examples to see if you can identify a pattern. Having analyzed in our own direct experience in this way, see if you can give rise to an understanding that giving in to our normal, habitual ways of responding to these difficulties is problematic and causes pain in the heart, and isn't improving our ability to relate to others. If we could move through these experiences with a calm mind, then we could bring these challenges to a more satisfactory resolution, and we wouldn't lose our own peace of mind. We could remain connected to an internal sense of peace, of ease. Try to give rise to a determination to begin practicing new responses, to make effort in remaining patient. And then with that determination, begin to go back through one of those memories. Starting at the first moment that you can notice the mind slipping into agitation. And try to think what is a different story I can tell myself that might cut off that response of agitation. How can I see that other person through the eyes of compassion, loving kindness, seeing them as a suffering, sentient being that deeply wishes to be happy, seeing them as a kind mother, sentient being. How can I hold my mind in virtue, not allowing it to move into agitation? So imagine replaying that experience with this different response. Being able to find a solution without anger arising in the mind remaining cool, calm, peaceful. And then be determined to remain vigilant, noticing the arising of this affliction, this tendency toward anger. Each time it is noticed to apply an antidote to restrain the mind. And then when you're ready, we'll come back together. And we'll dedicate. So recollect your altruistic motivation. And think that by having engaged in this contemplation, you have actualized that motivation, which has generated positive energy in your mind. And think that you freely offer the fruit of that practice, that positive energy, for the benefit of all sentient beings without exception. Thinking strongly, when this positive energy ripens, may it serve as a cause and condition to eliminate war and conflict, poverty, famine, disease, disasters, all painful inner and outer conditions. May it fully ripen the minds of all sentient beings. May they quickly meet perfect teachers and arise in the state of full enlightenment. May I too achieve the state of enlightenment so that I might work for the benefit of sentient beings perfectly. May any obstacles facing the Guru's long life be completely dispelled. May I and all sentient beings in this moment come under the joyful care and guidance of enlightened beings. May we be guided and protected until we swiftly achieve that state of enlightenment. Thank you.